Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Walter here. I have a ton of housing market updates to share with you today, and I'm very excited to do that. So let's go ahead and dive right into the video. The data analytics firm Black Knight revealed in a brand new report that the national mortgage delinquency rate fell below 5% for the first time since the beginning of this pandemic. Overall, the number of past due mortgages fell to 4.66% in April, while an additional 400,000 homeowners managed to become current on their payments. Black Knight stated that at the current rate of improvement, overall national mortgage delinquency rates may normalize to pre-pandemic levels by the end of 2021. New mortgage delinquencies actually increased 23% from March's record lows, but are still down approximately 33% from April 2020. And I believe that's a typo because it says at the time of this video, April 2019. I believe that's supposed to be April 2020. On the other hand, serious delinquencies, which are loans that are 90 days or more past due but not yet in foreclosure, saw significant progress with more than 150,000 homeowners exiting serious delinquency status. According to Black Knight, approximately 1.8 million mortgages remain seriously delinquent, and that's 1.3 million more than before this pandemic started. However, the vast majority of these people who are seriously delinquent are in mortgage loan forbearance. And not a big surprise, but foreclosures set a new record low once again in April due to the foreclosure moratoriums and forbearance plans. Because of this, we're seeing a very low amount of foreclosures in Sacramento County where I live. So for example, in April, we had over 1,500 home sales. However, only 4 of them were real estate owned properties that sold. In regards to mortgage loan forbearance numbers, the Mortgage Bankers Association, or the MBA, reported a few days ago that the share of mortgage loans in forbearance dropped to 4.22% as of May 9th. Now only 2.1 million homeowners are in forbearance, which is less than half from the peak from 1 year ago. In addition, Black Knight announced that the next significant round of mortgages in forbearance that will either get extended another 3 months or will end their mortgage loan forbearance will take place in June. This represents approximately 890,000 plans, many of which will be at their 15-month mark for early forbearance entrance. Let's now discuss the U.S. states that have the highest rates of mortgage delinquencies and which ones have the lowest. The top 5 states with the highest percentages of mortgage delinquencies were the following. That was Mississippi with the highest delinquency rate, followed by Louisiana, Hawaii, Oklahoma, and Maryland. What I found to be very interesting though is even though these are the top 5 states with the highest rates, all 5 states experienced a double-digit improvement on a year-over-year basis. So for example, Mississippi had the highest rate, but also had the highest rate of improvement out of the top 5. In contrast, the states with the lowest delinquency rates were the following: Montana, Washington, Utah, Colorado, and Idaho, all with delinquency rates of less than half of Mississippi, Louisiana, Hawaii, Oklahoma, and Maryland. All right, changing gears slightly, let's talk about the latest weekly housing trends from Realtor.com for the week ending May 15th. I wanted to share this report with you because they shared the latest news regarding home prices, housing inventory, and how fast houses are selling in the U.S. The median list price for houses for sale in the U.S. increased by 15.5% from last year, and that now marks 40 consecutive weeks of double-digit price growth. Quite remarkable. Price growth continues in the double digits and picked up from last week, but the momentum has slowed from what they saw in April. Nonetheless, median home listing prices are on pace to exceed the record high April national median asking price of $375,000. And by the way, on a side note, Realtor.com reports listing prices. This is the asking price that the seller asks for their house. In contrast, the National Association of Realtors reports on a monthly basis what the median home price is in the US for houses that actually sold. I mention this because the National Association of Realtors will be posting April's median home price on May 21st, and that's for houses actually sold. I'll be sure to make a video about that. I'll probably post that on Saturday, so be sure to look out for that. In any case, I wouldn't be surprised if we have another record that's broken for the median home price in the US for April. If you recall, the previous record was set in March for $329,000. All right, going back to this report from Realtor.com, here's some good news for home buyers out there. New listings in the US actually increased by 8%, making this the 6th consecutive week of increases over last year. This is great news for home buyers out there looking for more housing inventory. However, total housing inventory remains 51% below this time last year. Houses on average are still selling very quickly in the US as well, so the average days on the market decreased by 32 days from last year. And according to a recent report from Redfin, Indy is home to the country's fastest housing market. Insert bad joke there. The typical home there went under contract after just 4 days on the market in April, and that's down from 10 days a year ago. In addition, homes in Denver, Omaha, Nebraska, Portland, Oregon, and Seattle also sold very fast in April as well. Their median days on the market was only about 5 days. I also found out that 3 out of the 5 most competitive real estate markets in the US were actually located in California. So for example, in Oakland, 81.5% of houses sold above the list price. That is absolutely crazy. That's the highest share of any other metro in the US. That's followed closely by San Jose, Tacoma, Washington, Austin, Texas, and Sacramento with 72.5% of houses selling above asking price. And to give you a quick mortgage interest rate update, the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage is approximately 3.16%. Rates have more or less been increasing over the past couple of weeks. They increased from 3.02% on May 7th to 3.16% as of May 20th. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. And also consider subscribing as well. You also can follow me on Instagram. I'm Sacramento Realtor. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.